Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, I'm Nessie. I'm adding some runner beans to Sandy's garden, so the first point of order for the day, since I can't find my green thread, is to colour this crochet cotton from the thrift store with green acrylic paint. When I'm done with that, I'll leave it to dry and get on with something else. This may be the only time in my life I have green fingers. Most of my houseplants tend to lose the will to live, no matter what I try. If you don't like messy fingers, just use a paintbrush. I also found this plastic cross-stitch canvas at the thrift store. I think it'll be a perfect trellis for our beans to climb up. I thought I might be able to colour it with a permanent marker. However, the black would still rub off easily, so I gave it a light sanding. Then I painted it with several different colours. I wanted it light enough to be seen against the treehouse bark, but dark enough to make the colours of the runner beans pop. I found some twigs in the garden that I thought would make a rustic frame for the trellis. And true to form for me, I'll glue the first piece on the hard way before finding a much simpler way to attach the other two pieces. I'm using Superglue gel here, by the way. I kept trying to glue it to the very side edge of the trellis, and I persisted with it way too long. As you can see, not very successfully. Finally, I realised I should just glue it on the front of the side edge. The rest went a lot faster after that. Don't forget, a full list of all the materials used in this video is in the description below. And while you're at it, check out the link to my Nessie Monster merch, where you can buy the cute designs I've created on stickers, t-shirts, mugs, phone cases and more. Now it's ready to add a binding detail up around the edges. Very awkwardly separate a thread off some twine. Weave the thread around the twig frame and through the trellis. Even the non-sewers amongst us can manage this one. Remember that green thread we made at the beginning? It's dry now, so I cut it into random lengths and I'm twisting 2 similar lengths together to form vines or stems of the bean plants. Some will hold their shape and some will unravel slightly, but that's all perfect. Now I'm gluing the vines to the trellis with super glue and adding just a dot of glue here and there to hold the vines in place as they twist and grow up the trellis. This is what they look like all glued on, but they need some beans, so let's make them now. I found a bit of green polymer clay in the back of my stash, so let's roll it into a long green snake. Using an old tile helps roll it out evenly. Not bad for a bit of rubbish we dug up in our paddock. Cut the snake into bean length pieces. Now take each piece and roll each end of it into a point. Your beans don't have to be exactly the same shape, size, or even perfectly round because they just don't grow that way. Some will have a bend in them, some will be a little bit bumpy, some are long, some are short. Embrace the variety. Bake according to the instructions on your clay packet. Some of my beans stuck together in clusters during baking, which was a happy accident since beans often grow in clusters. I'm now gluing them onto the vines with tacky glue. Remember to keep your bean placement fairly random, but you want lots of them for that bumper crop. Now all we need is to make leaves for these vines because they're looking a little naked still. I bust out the trusty maple leaf paper punch again and made a bajillion more leaves. Then I trimmed off the sides so they would have a smooth edge and bean leaf shape. It's a tedious task, but you can get through it quicker if you stack multiple leaves on top of each other and trim them all at once. After cutting all those tomato leaves in the last video, these were definitely simpler to do. I'm not sure why I chose the world's biggest scissors to trim the leaves, but as you know, I apparently like doing things the hard way. Finally, now I have hopefully enough leaves, it's time to add them to the vines. Again, I'm using tacky glue. Add the leaves, so many leaves all over the vines. Unlike me, Sandy grows lush, healthy plants with lots of leaves on them. In all seriousness, this was actually way more satisfying to do than it may appear. Looking pretty lush now, huh? Let's see how it looks in the garden plot. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads, and leave a comment because I'd love to hear from you. It really helps my channel to grow. If you want to share your own crafty ideas and projects, join my Facebook page called Nessie Monster Crafts, and we have Fun Day Fridays where we can all show off our latest works in progress. If you can afford it, please consider buying me a coffee. Links for both my Facebook group and coffee account are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!